and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me.
Hey.
Hey. So, we're here to talk about some movies, music, whatever else crosses our mind. But here is also the home of the most unbiased, genuine thoughts. We're not going to do anything just to say it, just to make money off of it, because we don't make a lot of money off this. In fact, we don't make anything. We just give our opinions. And our opinions are free and unsolicited, but they're not hateful ones. That is the important thing.
Yes.
But also, while you're here, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that is Bobby Quarters, the podcast channel, Organized Chaos Podcast, and Chaos's channel while you're at it. So thank you for watching, and do enjoy.
voice of the uninvited.
It's coming from downstairs.
It comes from everywhere and nowhere.
A house of terror on the haunted cliffs of Cornwall, where the uninvited walk unseen by men. Yet a cat arches its back in fright. Flowers are withered by the touch of an unseen, malignant hand. Candles flicker and die as a ghostly chill fills the air, and the living are clutched by the icy horror of the restless dead.
Stop, Pamela. Don't go near that door.
The Uninvited, Dorothy McCardle's gripping novel of the supernatural, comes to the screen, starring Ray Milland, Ruth Hussey, Donald Crisp, with Cornelia Otis Skinner, and introducing the exciting beauty of Gail Russell, whose first love is shadowed by the specters of the past.
Stella, what is it?
Are you ill, Stella?
Quiet. Leave her alone.
Huygen.
Stop her, Scott.
Shh. She's in a trance. I saw this happen once before at a seance. I thought it was a fake.
But this isn't.
I know. It's dangerous.
Please get out of this house now.
Now lie there quietly. I'm not afraid of anything here.
Then be afraid. Be afraid for heaven's sake. When you were a little child, the evils of this house reached out for you. Stella, go! Go!
Death, eternal punishment for anyone who opens this casket.
The mummy. Is it dead or alive? Human or inhuman? You'll know. You'll see. You'll feel the awful, creeping, crawling terror that stands your hair on end and brings a scream to your lips. There's nothing on earth like the mummy.
You will not remember what I show you now, and yet I shall awaken memories of love and crime and death.
Now I know his horrible plan. He is going to kill her and make her a living mummy like himself.
Hey, my mouse is back. How you doing, Bobby?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I know the color's going to be shocking, but you know what?
Yeah, I know.
I set the whole black and
well,
white
we stepped
intro,
into
but yeah.
Oz here. Yeah, we're in Oz, so you know.
Yeah.
Everything else is just Kansas. So,
Well, I mean, you know what? I did go to Cincinnati Comic Expo, and I did want to talk about kind of another horror story, so I got some swag there. I won this dude.
Lift it up a little. I can't read the name.
Atticus Noble.
Okay.
You know who Atticus Noble is?
I feel like I should, but
yeah,
Go ahead.
you do, but you may have blocked it from your memory. It's the main villain from Rebel Moon.
oh, that's right.
No, like he was given away. He's like, yeah, I have an Atticus Noble Funko Pop. And he asked, who's a Rebel Moon fan in here?
So now
And
it's time to. So you have that now. So I guess it's a good
Yeah.
time to announce the Organized Chaos giveaway.
No, it was hilarious because he said that, and I just loudly snorted, and nobody else said anything. He's like, "Yeah, that's about right," and he tossed it to me. I was like, "Oh shit." I think I was the only
Okay,
person there who'd seen it.
that's
Oh, God,
hilarious.
it was miserable. It was
That's
so
hilarious.
bad.
That's hilarious. I'm a little jealous that you got to go there, but I mean, I'm happy that one attendee had to drop out because I
Oh,
would have
yeah.
I would have had you ask my question. You
Dude, I
know?
would have had
No,
to
no,
have gone to his panel and asked him about his takes on Superman and joining ICE, honestly. Joining.
no. I would have gone as far as just asking him like that wouldn't be my question.
Mhm.
Well, my question would be, how does it feel to be the only Superman on this day as to be second billed?
That's a fair question. You know,
And
you can
what I
also.
would also ask you for is please record the reactions of the other guys.
I would also. Well, I mean, I would also like it to. I would also like to ask him. So, well, how does it feel to be literally the worst Superman by like a fucking mile? Not even close. Not even.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We did plan on that. That was our plan because that,
Yeah,
yeah, I would have just gone and been like, yeah, how's it feel to be the only Superman on this day as to be second billed? And I would have been more watching the other guy's reactions and not paying attention to whatever he's saying.
Yeah, but yeah, he
And this
was
goes for
busy shooting. So,
anyways, this goes for the yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. He had to protect Christy Nome from the Portland frog because
True.
it's twerking. Don't underestimate the twerking power of the Portland frog.
Listen, he was busy. He was busy doing ice stuff. Okay, he was so
He was
busy.
he
So
was shooting some like propaganda. I mean advertisements. Speaking of propaganda, I've actually saw an ad on my Facebook recently for it, and they used a screenshot from Halo 3, like quite literally the one of the warthog facing the Halo, and two of them says "Join ICE today." Make a difference.
What the fuck?
I lost it. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that is insane. Oh my God.
And then just all day I saw it just being shared randomly and people going, oh my God.
But yeah, that was a whole Superman themed event. And then
did any other cool stuff from there? Like did you have a chance to talk to
I got Helen Slater to add to my wall.
Okay.
I wanted to do John Rice Davies, but he priced himself out on me. And then Tyler Honklin did the same thing. I was like, "Oh, you guys suck."
You know why that? You know why he did, right?
What do you mean?
John Rice Davies. You know why he did?
Yeah.
Because he's the monarch of the sea, the ruler of the Queen's Navy. Sorry.
Well,
yeah.
It
was appropriate.
True. But I mean, I did go to.
It is a quote.
Yeah, I did go to his. He did a panel of Karen Allen, and then
I'm sure
he
his
put
was
Helen
just
Slater with the
fucking awesome.
Smallville cast, which was surprising. What?
I'm sure that panel was awesome.
Oh yeah, no, it was all pretty fun. Yeah,
I would have kind of loved just to hang out by his booth because I'm sure like he seems like the guy who would tell stories at his booth to everybody.
Oh yeah, he was definitely the type of guy to like
the few years ago when we went to our first Horror Hound, and I was in Larry near not him. Oh gosh, I gotta look it up. One of the officers from Ken Forte, the officer from Dawn of the Dead, the original, the police officer.
Okay.
He was telling stories while he was signing autographs. Like he told this one about like 75 where he saw Bob Dylan and just like happened to go with a friend to a club where Bob Dylan was rehearsing for something, and it was like the wild hippie era Bob Dylan. So like Desire and like right after the Outlaw album. So like Grip for Desire and like New Morning.
Okay.
The wild cowboy hippie Bob Dylan, right? Right around the time he wrote Hurricane.
Yeah.
That Bob Dylan, which was kind of like that's kind of a really cool story. Like he's telling it as he's about to start. He's like, "I'm sorry, man. What's your name?" I get, "No, it's perfectly cool." Like that was a great story, dude.
Yeah.
But
I guess speaking of the topics today, we have this is I feel like this is an appropriate episode for up to Halloween. We are dealing with just like classic horror movies, like
Yeah,
the newest one being 1944.
And it for me, I had never even heard of this other one because as far as it goes for this or whatever isn't like schlock B.
Mm-hmm.
And like the Universal stuff, like I kind of wouldn't pay it any attention. So in a sense, it's interesting to see what like the other studios at that time were pumping out to compete with. Obviously, who was killing it was
the
the
big
Universal.
monsters, yeah.
Other than like Universal, who they just were smart and like made legends out of their characters.
Yes,
but I mean, it was interesting, very interesting to watch. But also to revisit, I first time seeing Bride in like at least 20 years. So
first time ever for me. So
yeah, and first time in a long time for The Mummy as well.
Well, we'll dive right in and talk about Bride of Frankenstein. So this I don't even know what
that is
Mummy. Oh God, I have things to say. Anyways, Bride of Frankenstein, the sequel to 1932's Frankenstein, something like that. 1931, something like that.
Yes. Yes.
Returning with Boris Karloff and Colin Clive as Henry Frankenstein. Which I'll be honest, I thought it was kind of hilarious how like he's thrown from the castle at the end of the first one, and then they recover him and they drag him back home. They're like, oh wait a minute, he's alive. Like,
at first I was like, like I said, I had watched this in years, and I'm watching go like, yeah, let's just put him on a hay bed and like put a washcloth on him. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because it totally looked like he just as I recall, he fell and hit one of the burning windmills, and it was even dragged with it, if I recall correctly.
No, it's kind of wild because he's obviously supposed to be dead. I remember seeing his face when they announced that he's dead. I'm like, wow, I'm actually kind of surprised they got the actor back just to be a dead body.
I thought maybe flashback. I thought maybe flashback scenes, to be honest.
Yeah, that could happen. But yeah, then they get back to the castle. Oh, he's alive. It's like, oh, sure.
God, that even had me laughing a few times as comedic relief. Like, admittedly, I was like, okay, that's people like, when this came out, probably thought she was hilarious.
You want to know who I love? This Dr. Pretorius guy who's like Henry's teacher. He is like cheesing it up. Like it. I'm not saying they should remake this, but like if ever they're looking for casting, I was watching his performance. I was like, no, Alan Cumming would be perfect to do this role. Just like cheesing up with the facial expressions.
Yeah, but I think Alan would be very expressive.
I
don't.
You don't think Dr. Pretorius is expressive? I think he's very.
No. He would be expressive enough to do it. I disagree with that casting. I don't dislike it. I just disagree.
Really?
I would think someone else, actually.
Who are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I'd at least give him that European-ish to be at least, close enough for like well, they don't really say where it is, where the Frankenstein castle is, but I mean, if it's like, if we could go off the lore of young Frankenstein, and it's Vaughn, if they've had the Vaughn on there, I'm gonna definitely say at least Germany.
Yeah, probably.
I just say Christoph Waltz because yes, he could be that eccentric.
Well, Christoph Waltz can do anything, though.
Yes, but he could be that eccentric with his delivery.
Yes.
Oh gosh, what is his name? John Saxton, the original master from the reboot Doctor Who.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can see those as well. But
to be fair, I also think that guy could play anything.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. So just one thing I was wondering watching this, and by the time we got to the end, I realized what they're doing. So even though it's called Bride of Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein isn't really in this too much. This is I would actually argue this movie's kind of plot light. Essentially, you have Dr. Pretorius, who is one of Henry Frankenstein's old professors, who tracks him down. He's like, I can't believe you created life. You made it big life, and I have small life. And by the way, he introduces all this small life he made, which is like these little people in these jars, and it's kind of wild. But what really impressed me is how good that looked for the time period. That was impressive looking.
Well, it's just, and it's something as simple as like, superimposing.
Yeah.
Which is an effect we're going to be talking a lot about in the next one.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's been like first time in like 10 years watching this. Yeah, I was very impressed with how great that looked.
This is behind the scenes.
Which is still like, I also kind of like how they made Karloff.
There we go. There's
a little bit more like he could actually talk a little and say some words. I mean, he could kind of before, but I at one point I was just ready for him to start like monologuing,
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, it's plot light. He tracks down Henry Frankenstein. He's like, I can make little people. You made a big person. Let's combine our efforts and make a normal sized person. And then we don't really follow up too much with them. Throughout most of the movie, it's the adventures of the monster throughout the countryside, which also involves like the classic scene with the blind man and stuff like that. So,
which is what inspired the Hackman scene in
Yes, which is classic.
Which was a nice touch, you putting that instead of Bill this week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But so and honestly, I'll be honest, even though it's plot light and we're just mostly seeing the adventures of the monster, I'm having fun with this. Like this works for me. Like, we're not getting a whole lot of Bride of Frankenstein, but the monster occasionally causing havoc and then befriending an old blind man. I'm enjoying it. That's kind of fun,
And it's just impressive to see Karloff portray in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, like he is covered in makeup, so we can't really see him be that expressive. A point we're going to talk more about later. Yeah. Yeah, it's still like all the old sets. Everything still looked amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Chris. He was the old man who took him in and fed him soup and burnt his crotch when he was pouring the soup. That's
Wait,
Gene
where are you
Hackman.
going? I was going to make an espresso.
I was going to make an espresso, which actually is a line Gene wanted to improv.
Yeah.
And they both were at first against it. It's like, okay, we'll do a take with it. And if everyone likes it, everyone on the crew laughed. It stayed in.
That we will have to talk about that. If we haven't talked about, I don't think we've talked about Young Frankenstein. We'll have to get that up some Halloween because that one's that. Now we've talked about all these. I feel like we have to talk about that one. Maybe next year we'll do like Young Frankenstein, maybe even one of the Mummies or something like that.
Well, we've covered all the original Universals now, so like, I believe the original plan was once we cover all the Universals, we were going to.
Oh, we got Hammer. Yeah, we got to get Hammer
because you wanted to jump into it right after the first one. After Dracula, and I'm like, no, we are not doing that.
But we do.
You opened this can of worms, sir. We're going to finish it.
Well, here's the interesting thing. So the movie ends with the Bride of Frankenstein, as played by Elsa Lanchester, and it's kind of bookended because we also have Elsa Lanchester playing Mary Shelley at the beginning of the movie, which is an interesting setup. So the whole movie literally begins with Mary Shelley talking to a couple guys in her house or their house, whatever, and they're like, "Hey, you made that great story about Frankenstein, and too bad the ending was kind of nowhere." And she's like, "Well, that wasn't my real ending. Here's the real ending." And then we get into Bride of Frankenstein. So we get this framing device that, by the way, we never return to. Once we cut away, that's done. But yeah, she gets to play the Bride of Frankenstein, which means she hisses, and screams a lot. That was kind of like the big ending. So the big ending is essentially they made this woman and they sold him to this woman to the monster as being like his potential friend or wife, And once she sees him, she freaks out and screams, and then all chaos breaks loose. And then the monster saves Henry and his fiance, and everyone else burns to death, apparently. Spoiler for a 87-year-old movie? No, 90-year-old movie.
It came out in
35, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so
But yeah.
Wait, hold on. No.
I'm pretty sure it's 35.
I got it. Yeah, 35.
Mm-hmm.
A 90-year-old movie. That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I enjoy this. I had fun. No, I bet you there's fun stuff in the trivia we could probably go over. Cinematographer John Mescal, oh, fuck off. Drinking had become so problematic that the studio had to provide a car to get him safely to and from the set. James Whale liked that he worked fast and rarely wasted time fussing with incidental camera and lighting hardware. He was still very good at his job, even when drunk. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, that's just...
That's kind of terrible. Like, you're working with a guy who's obviously got a problem. You're like, he works good. It's fine. He works good.
He produces the art. Oh,
yes.
Man.
He doesn't waste time fussing with camera and lighting hardware. It's like,
jeez.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I don't think that they could really mess around with positioning that much, man, with cameras back then.
That's true. Marilyn Harris, who plays Maria, the girl the monster accidentally kills in the original Frankenstein, appears uncredited as another young girl. She is the leader of the group of young schoolgirls who encounters the monster as he runs away from the blind man's burning house. Director James Whale deliberately gave her one line look, so she would be paid more by the studio as an actor with a speaking role instead of an extra. That's actually kind of cool.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
Oh God, I didn't even think about that. So not long before filming, Colin Clive, who broke his leg in a horse riding accident, consequently, most of Henry Frankenstein's scene were shot with him sitting. Yeah, you don't really see him running around. He gets carried around a little bit because of his injury from the monster throwing him from the fucking castle at the end of the last one.
Oh, you see, well, Chris, you see, I made him do the Schneider verses because he made me watch all the Fast and the Furious movies, and those are and the Mission Impossibles, and I thought they were awful. So,
I enjoy them.
No, I mean that's a choice.
I enjoy some of them. I enjoy.
You have to live. Well, that's something you can live with, and that's fine. But that's why we did the Schneiderverse. But this is something that we watched one, and he wanted to jump to Hammer. So
well, I've always wanted to like watch all these and get caught up with them. So
yeah, I'm like, well, if we're stopping one, we're gonna do it all. But I mean, I'm not gonna make them watch all. I think it's 30 total in this entire series.
Holy smokes!
And that's including the Abbott and Costello ones.
Yeah, I was about ready to say
because there's like a whole list of all of these that have sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Except the Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh, that's interesting. So Boris Karloff protested against the decision to make the monster speak, but was overruled since he was required to speak in the film. Karloff was not able to remove his partial bridge work as he had done to help give the monster his sunken cheek appearance in the first Frankenstein. That's why the monster appears fuller faced in the sequel. That's interesting. I thought he did a good job with the speaking stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Jack B. Pierce altered the makeup of Frankenstein's monster from the film's predecessor to reflect that he had survived the mill fire at the end of Frankenstein with some flesh burns with much of his hair singed off. Kind of cool.
Neat touch.
Yes. Yeah. So I like I said, I enjoyed this. Anything you want to add, Bobby?
No.
All right, let's consider our scare-a-thon with The Uninvited. This is a movie I kind of grew up with. I've seen this movie for a while, although it's been a little bit since I'd seen it. But yeah, this is probably like the old horror movie I kind of grew up with. But I know lots of people have never even heard of it.
Yeah, I've never.
So I am
even
kind of
heard
interested what you thought, Bobby.
I was curious where it was going for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they went over to talk to the colonel, I believe, about the house, the brother and sister, and then how he was acting going, and I went, it's haunted. Okay.
No,
okay,
no,
a
it's
ghost
not.
one.
No,
It's a ghost story. I was just kind of wondering, okay, what are we gonna have with this? Is this gonna be like they're gonna show a shot of like a table and obviously something on the screen is gonna be moving up and down, and then a reaction shot of somebody, and then them running off being scared? I was like, are we gonna get like this level of goofiness? Like, or how are we doing? But they played it straight, the whole time, and I kind of thought that was very impressive. The superimpose shots with the ghosts, those were really cool, actually. And I actually almost think that those are probably projections.
Yeah, I suspect that as well. But it looks cool, and like a lot of this movie plays it from a distance. So it's like they aren't like shoving it in your face, because I'm sure there's lots of scenes and stuff like that. But like, it looks solid. But the whole thing, it's about a brother and sister stumble across a house. Their dog runs into it. They think it's a cool house, and honestly, it does look kind of cool. Great, like fucking views from outside. Holy crap, Jesus. It's all on this cliff face full of this water out here. Dangerous. Don't go driving over the edge, but
or just randomly walking off of it.
Yeah. Well, that becomes a plot point later. It's because essentially they contact the guy who owns it, and he's like, yeah, okay, buy it. And then his granddaughter's there, and she's like, no, don't buy it. That's a special house. And we're getting some backstory, and then essentially the guy's willing to sell it for a remarkably cheap price, even for back then. And so they buy it up, and they find out it is haunted. They have a dog that, like, the dog's not willing to go upstairs, and then eventually the dog runs off and is found by the neighborhood doctor. And then so they're meeting up with the guy's granddaughter. They're kind of piecing together the mystery. They're figuring out there's obviously something fucked up with the house, as at night, if you're upstairs, you hear crying, and then there's this really cold, fucking scary fucking room that, like, this is the studio room, and essentially the actors talk about how, like, when you walk in, it's just cold and depressing, and if you bring flowers in that room, they die.
Yeah. Really quickly, I just saw a note from Chris. Chris, I own both of those, and yes, they are fantastic films. But sorry, you can go on.
Nice. But so it starts building up this mystery. So like we learn about essentially there's the grandfather, there's the daughter, and you find out that his daughter, and so the granddaughter's mother, died at the house. And there's this woman here who runs a psychiatric hospital, who has this big painting of the mother and is giving off intense lesbian vibes the whole fucking time. Like, fuck.
Yeah, at first I was like, okay, you are either the guilty party and you're behind the haunting, or you're just crazy.
Yeah. Spoiler, she's crazy.
She's just crazy. I mean, when it comes to crazy people in horror movies, I would definitely put her in the top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, number 1 is still the aunt from Sleepaway Camp. Nothing is ever going to beat that.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. That is crazy. But she has this big portrait of the mother, like, gorgeous, and she keeps on looking at and talking to it, and she speaks to the mother's character with such reverence. And like, there's a point midway through the movie where I was watching it recently, I'm like, Yeah, so she masturbates to that picture on the wall, right? She,
yeah,
the way she talks,
subtext,
like
subtext, yeah, absolutely.
There's no way
yeah,
she doesn't. No,
I thought that was like, okay, yeah, we get it. Like, yeah, we okay.
I mean, there's even the point where the main guy, Rick, it's Rick and Pam are the brother and sister who buy the house. There's a point where they're driving away after meeting her, and they're like, "Okay, we're kind of sick of hearing about this Saint Mary, who was the mother who died at the cliff. Just like this is ridiculous. She wasn't actually this good. No one's this good. This is ridiculous." Yeah, the whole mystery starts. First we find out there's a ghost, and we find out there's actually two ghosts in the house. There's essentially a good ghost and a bad ghost, and essentially they're trying to figure out the mystery of what the fuck happened. I guess spoiler for a 81-year-old movie,
Golden Age film.
Yeah,
just call it what it is, a Golden Age film.
Yeah, the mother, that they all speak very fondly. That's the bad ghost. That's the one that's fucking with them. And then the other one that wants to take care of the granddaughter and kind of just wants to make everything okay. That's the good ghost. I do like, one of the things I did appreciate rewatching it recently was how essentially the two ghosts are Mary and Carmela. And like they make a point how Carmela is like a Spanish maid, a gypsy. They're very derogatory towards her, pretty racist.
You gotta love that how open they were in those older films.
Yeah, but then it's revealed that she's actually the good guy. She was actually the one trying to protect everyone. The white lady, she's the problem.
Yeah, it's kind of like where I introduced you to King of the Zombies.
Yeah.
I warned you.
I enjoyed that for what it was, man.
But there's like some moments where you're like, Jesus.
Yeah, there is. It's like, holy shit. But
guys.
Oh yeah, I do like there's some of the exchanges between Rick and like the I think they call him the general or something.
Yeah.
Where the dude's like, yeah, this house was haunted, right? He's like, no, it's not haunted. And eventually he gets to it and he's like, it's haunted. I can tell. You're fucking giving off plenty of tells. You're fucking lying to me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not. But yeah, this is always one. I always appreciate the mystery. I always appreciate the atmosphere of this movie, because that's a lot of what this movie does. Like there's not a whole lot of effect shots in it. It mostly just leans on the atmosphere and the mystery of like what's going on, who are these ghosts, what's their angle. The ending is a little underwhelming, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is one I've always enjoyed. Yeah, and I'd say I still enjoy it to this day. So
yeah, I did like it, and like I had mentioned earlier, what I really loved was just seeing like what the competition was putting out to compete. And how you said they didn't really rely that much on special effects, which is what Universal was mostly known for at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, clearly out of all the ones we've seen, what does the one stand out of all of those movies for you?
But are you talking about
all the Universal horror that we've watched already? Even can include The Mummy, but without spoilers talking about it yet. What's the one thing that stood out the most out of all of those Universal ones?
I mean, other than like the makeup effects on the monsters,
just the effects in general. Yeah. The effects in general, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, we were just talking about this little people in Bride of Frankenstein. That looked amazing.
Yeah, and just the effects in general, the sets and everything. This one relied, as you said, on the atmosphere in the story and building the story.
Yeah,
and it's a different type of horror. Yeah, you could almost say for the time it would be if let's say that Bride and this came out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Today.
Yeah,
I think that this would be considered the cerebral horror.
Yeah.
And Bride would just be like the fanfare horror stuff. Like,
and I think there's plenty of room for both, because like,
absolutely,
they're both good. Absolutely, one's more fun, but one's more like what the fuck. One's more mystery. Like I said,
it's kind of like
what's actually going on.
Yeah, there's like a great one that reminds me a lot of this that I've seen. It's called like The Vanishing Body.
Ooh,
and it's a mystery. I believe it's. I want to say it's has Jack Nicholson in it, like a
wow.
very young Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson,
I'm
the
gonna
star
double
of the
check.
original Little House of Horrors.
I'm gonna double check that. Hold on.
Fun fact: if you've ever seen the original Little House of Horrors, they always like to credit Jack Nicholson as the star. He's the dentist patient for like 5 minutes max within the movie. I think they were just like trying to sell his name because I don't recognize anybody else from that movie. But yeah, a little bit of trivia. Apparently, the young actress who played Stella had a lot of nerves and had difficulty getting through more than 5 or 6 lines at once. Ray Milland, I want to say, is the lead actor, helped her through a lot of the lines. But also to soothe her nerves, somebody recommended before she shot her scenes to take a drink. And that actually started an alcohol problem where she died young of alcoholism.
Of course.
Yes. Hell, you're having issues here. Just lean on this.
Oh, that was the little girl?
Yeah, Stella.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, here, child. Have some alcohol.
I don't know how old she was when she was supposed. The character was supposed to be 20. Yeah, they said that 20. I imagine the actress was around the same age.
I must be thinking of something else, or whatever the name of it is. I must be confusing it with something else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is one where it's like these soldiers are on from the road after World War II. And mysteriously, like, they find this cabin for the night to like sleep, like a hotel kind of, where like there's a lot of other people there, and there's like a lady who runs it, but it's got a lot of rooms. Anyways, so after dinner, somebody falls over and dies, and they go like, well, we're far away from everything, we have to just like, we'll cover him with a sheet and we'll call the inspector in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
God. Yeah.
But the body disappears through the night. And then they're acting like nobody was there. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, it's kind of like a crazy thing. And it's crazy to think that movie came out when it did. But sometimes you could fill a story with just more of the story and let that carry it than the special effects, especially when your film like making techniques were just so limited or not as big as they are today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I really like about appreciating these older films.
Yeah. They also they spend a lot of time developing the characters on this, which I also appreciated. Also, I wanted to point out, like, the sister, who's a pretty big character. We didn't really talk about her too much, but like at the end, pretty fucking randomly, right at the end, it's revealed that the sister's gonna move in with the doctor because apparently they became a couple at some point. And I'm like, is that the lead scene? Because I didn't see any chemistry between them. Like, what? I think just old school movies. Yeah. But yeah, overall.
Oh no, it's not the Corman one. I know he's in that.
Oh yeah.
One. I know he's in that one, but no, it wasn't that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that one?
I don't think I've seen the Corman one. No.
It's pretty good.
I've seen.
There's no musical. There's no musical numbers.
Well, yeah, the original doesn't have a musical number either. So
Well, I mean, in the original movie, do you know what the original ending was?
Not off the top of my head. No.
It ends like the play. The plants take over the earth and just eat everything. You two's walking around the bridge, just on top of buildings. Like,
I mean, considering that story, I don't think that's a bad ending.
No, neither do I.
I mean, most of the characters are just fucking. Yeah, I'm okay with the plants. I'm okay.
Like the plant said, a lot of folks deserve to die.
Yeah. Are we ready to dive into Mummy?
Yeah. No, let me just wrap up my quick thoughts with it. Yeah, this was really cool, and it was interesting to see something of that time period do a different style of horror.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that very much, and it reminded me why I love it. So yes, this is cool. Thank you for introducing it.
No problem. So anyways, the Mummy, the original 1932 Mummy, We got Boris Karloff coming back as the Mummy. Okay. I want to say some positives here because I do think there's some really cool visual effects. I think kind of an interesting story. You can actually, like, when you watch the Brendan Fraser one, you can see how they got inspiration from this lot.
Deeply inspired, how deeply inspired by this film. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they were obviously watching this and be like, how much this story can we borrow? Because they definitely took liberties with a lot of stuff, but like a lot of the story is still there. Unlike another Mummy movie that came out more recently than that.
And I would have said that if like this was what we knew of it and the Brendan Fraser one was the reboot, I would say that is a faithful and awesome reboot.
Oh god, yeah. No, that's a reboot where it's
that's one of my favorite shots in the film right there.
Where they just wanted to have fun with it, but like, you know, they obviously respect it as well, you know. I will be honest. I was a little bored by this one.
Okay.
This one has a lot of Boris Karloff pretending to be this explorer who stumbles into stuff that he wants these British explorers to uncover. But you know, he's actually the ancient mummy Ebotep. And I like his backstory. The idea that like he's just this dude who wanted to save his love, and he was going to use black magic to save her, and he got caught and he got cursed. Kind of a cool story. I like the backstory they give to him. There's this cool like what do they call it? Black Ice, the fucking Smokies shit looks great. Where you see the flashback in that looks great. Like I said, there's some cool visuals in that. I just like it's like Bride of Frankenstein, where it's a little thin on story a lot, but I think Bride is just way more fun with what it does.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts, Bobby?
Well, like I said, this is the first time I'd watched this one in probably about 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I think I will agree with you. It is a little bit of a slow burner, and it's not really one of my favorites out of all of them. It'd be one that I would go to when I've watched the rest of them.
I'm trying
to like where I place it.
I will be honest. I think it's probably my least favorite of the Universal ones we've gone over.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's some cool visuals in this still.
There are some really cool visuals. Like, I kind of like you had mentioned the Brendan Fraser version and how much they took from this.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know, in the scene of him getting mummified. Like, yeah, that was still like that almost looked like a shot for shot for a second.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, I never noticed that before. That's okay.
No, when you watch, like, I feel like I kind of want to rewatch the Brendan Fraser one at this point, because like you can tell, like when you watch this one, you can tell that movie was made with a lot of appreciation for this one. They obviously, you know, they were studying it.
Yeah, that was cool.
The decomposing thing was pretty cool, where it just faded to stuff. Boris Karloff gets a bit of more of a role than normal here because he's kind of just pretending to be a guy through most of this movie,
and he kind of gets to flex his acting muscles a little, and he ain't a bad actor. He's
no, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised he was against talking as the Frankenstein monster, because he did a good job with it. I thought he handled it well. And here he just gets to talk like a normal dude.
But the line from the trailer, though, that is like one of his better monologues in the movie.
Yeah, true.
You will not remember a thing of this conversation. I will tell you a story of war, deceit, betrayal, and destruction. Whew.
But so this is the woman who is his Noxamoon. Yes, they borrow a lot of the character names from the Mummy, because that movie was the Brendan Fraser one was obviously made with love. So she is the reincarnation. So there's actually an issue because like he's able to kind of awaken the spirit of his love in the reincarnation, but it's not the same, because it's the reincarnation of his love, but also the person she was before. Whereas he's just the mummy. He's been around for 3,000 years. So he has to do
He's
some
just
sort of
been
ritual to formally bring her back.
Just hanging out for like 3,000 years. No story of how we got. Well, no, we know how we got out. Yeah, they dug him up, but he's just been chilling, waiting.
Yeah,
waiting.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's been stuck in the sand, and then what was the time jump? Like we see him as the mummy, and then he essentially, the guy does the chant, and then he disappears.
Well,
and isn't it like 10 years later or something when we come back?
I think
like
so.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Like, it's like
By the way, this wasn't a model at all. That was real.
the distance and spacing is really what gives it away with the topography of the geographicalization.
But yeah, I mean,
that is also real too. That was not just made for the film.
Yeah, lots of people don't realize the side of the pyramids actually say the mummy.
Yeah. No, this one still like is cool, and there's like a lot of aspects about it that I still really enjoy deeply. But yeah, I do agree. It is one of the weaker turnouts of this of the Universal's first run. Now I know that yeah, you're right, Chris. It still looks amazing.
Great. Yeah,
like the sets and everything, costuming, it all still looks amazing. And especially with how I feel a lot is just kind of half-assed today in movies. But like, budget is spent on other things, mostly to pay actors.
I mean, it does drive me insane how often they depend on screening in modern movies. That will drive me insane. Where it's like you could just shoot that in the set, or like they'll screen a forest when it's like you could just shoot in a fucking forest. That's not a hard thing to pull off.
No, it's really not.
But yeah, Boris Karloff gets some good stuff. Funny, when I was watching this, my mom said the same thing because my parents were visiting. She's like, Boris Karloff will always be the Grinch to me, or the narrator of the Grinch.
Yeah,
it's like, that was a
great role. There are times when he speaks.
That's true. Yeah, he does get to voice the Grinch as well.
It's Boris Karloff. It's funny. When I was a kid, I had this like tape you could play along with the book of how the Grinch Stole Christmas, and it was narrated by Boris Karloff.
Epic.
It's somewhere at my parents, but like just but yes, I also agree. He'll always be the voice of the Grinch.
Yeah,
Frankenstein.
God, yeah.
He'll always be Frankenstein too.
Yeah.
Sorry, he'll always be the monster.
That's true. Yeah, it's easy. I do that too, where I lapse into calling the monster Frankenstein. The Frankenstein's the guy who created him. The monster is the monster. Although sometimes it doesn't feel right to call him the monster because, like, he just kind of forced out there. He just kind of
he didn't ask for any of it. It's kind of unfair.
Yeah, I do think overall, like, the backstory is probably my favorite part of this movie.
The sets in this are like the most super impressive thing. Like that, like that is just. That's an actual sound stage, and like they took their time to build that. This is something that would just be screened, and it would probably just be the first 3 actors.
Yeah,
everything else would be screened.
And you can CGI the actors in the background; it'll be fine.
Or AI then.
Oh God, don't say that. Ugh.
I'm not wishing that, because that would mean that would mean that I wouldn't want them to be CGI'd, but they probably would be. But I would rather it go to four actors who just get a lucky break to stand there in a costume.
Hell, listen, man. As much as I prefer, as much as I prefer this practical set stuff, I would prefer a computer artist go in and paint those people in with his computer than AI. There's levels to this. There's a perfect, but then there's the worst.
I mean, the perfect is the actors getting the work.
Yes, absolutely.
But yes, Chris, fuck AI.
Yes, absolutely.
I was actually thinking of the only good use I could probably think of it, or I could use for it, or what I would do. I would probably the things I could make Rush Limbaugh say.
Yeah. What's the thing? Like, I've always said this, AI could be a cool tool, but like we're trying to use it to replace everything. It's like, stop trying to replace people with fucking AI. It's a tool. It's like
I had to
stop
call.
it.
I had to make a call to Sirius to update some billing for my Sirius account, and the operator that answered was AI.
Yeah, that's become a big thing.
It was like person, but I've been person. If you could help me, just person, connect me to a human being.
Yep, but I've had that conversation more times than I care count. I'd like to talk to a person. Well, here, let's go over the. I'd like to talk to a person. Well, let's go over that. I'd like to talk to a person.
Connecting you right now, and just thank you.
And sometimes it'll say that shit, and then just connect you to another fucking AI, and you'll just be like, "Fuck, talk to a fucking person."
Yeah.
But yeah,
I did love in the Flash saw it how it looked like that little helmet he was wearing just more looked like a cap. That's that always and his fez. The fez is iconic.
Fez is epic. But yeah,
this was like fun. I feel like it would have been
appreciate-
great if it had the horrific murder scenes.
I know, like I would say I appreciate this more than I enjoy it, but like still not remotely the worst movie to carry the name Mummy. So
Better mascots than you have tried.
Yeah.
So out of all of them, okay, you have said that this is probably your least favorite. What would you say your favorite was?
Oh, of the Universal ones.
Yes. So we just wrapped them up. So I'm gonna have to ask you the wrap up, and you could ask me the wrap up when we wrap up the Hammer next continuing Halloweens.
My favorite of the I'm trying to remember
overall
all of them.
So there's Frankenstein, there's Dracula, there's the Wolfman, there's Phantom of the Opera, Invisible Man, Creature, Mummy, Bride. Yeah.
I feel like for me, it's either gotta be between Frankenstein and Dracula.
Okay.
Because I really like the Frankenstein monster, but like Bela Lugosi's Dracula is fucking iconic. He is charming. Like any moment he's on that screen, I just remember he draws you to him.
He's captivating. Yeah.
Yeah.
I may be biased in the actor if I'm picking my favorites, but it's going to seem that way just by the two, Invisible Man and Phantom. But I don't know, the Invisible Man. He's just so menacing and just kind of the most ruthless out of all of them.
I was about ready to say I appreciate Invisible Man just because he was so just insane, just what the fuck, man.
It is just going along with it. But like, even though like I told you when we watch it, now think about it. He's naked this entire time.
Yeah. Well, dude, I feel like even the Invisible Man, he's like running around, he's killing people, and he's like, you know what? I need to up this body count. So he just randomly just derails a fucking train.
Yeah.
Like 120 people right there. Bam.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah. There's one where he returns, but really what it is just like a colleague discovers it and makes him go mad.
No.
And then the wife of the invisible woman. Rinse and repeat. Some of these become rinse. That one becomes rinse and repeat after a while.
Yeah. Chris's favorite is Bride of Frankenstein.
Okay. Yeah.
And his favorite performance is Claude Rains' Invisible Man. Least favorite may be Phantom of the Opera, but only because Lon Chaney clears it.
Yes, it does. It does. I feel that those are the closest to in telling the story. But like, if you look at it, even the modern one that's based off the Broadway play, which still follows that plot points mostly. Yeah. This one I feel is the most authentic to the book, which is probably why I like this one. That one the best would be the argument to make for it. But yes, I mean, Lon Chaney's is like still what you think of immediately when you hear the words "The Phantom of the Opera."
That is true. Yeah.
I just think of him even in that little mask with the thing covering his face and the little fez again. The fez, gotta love it.
Iconic evil. The fez.
Yes, iconic evil with the fez,
That's how come I never trusted the 11th Doctor.
Oh, you can't say that about 11. You can't.
I really can't.
He made Fez's cool again.
But yeah, anything you want to add?
No, like I said, least favorite, but still is in the family of the films that made me a fan of the genre.
Hey, I mean, I will say, watching this, it made me really appreciate the Brendan Fraser ones even more for the attention they paid to the story, and really just hate that Tom Cruise one so much more for the fact that he obviously didn't give a shit. I mean,
so now you really understand my true hatred for Tom Cruise.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Just I don't care about the stunt. I don't care, Tom. Oh, hi, it's Tom Cruise. Fuck you.
Well, at least he doesn't have a massive ego.
Did I tell you that the last Mission Impossible that we saw?
Oh God,
it was a packed theater, right? So there's like a guy with.
It was pretty full for me too. Yeah,
there was a dad and maybe kids are like teenager age, okay, like 13, 14. And we got that intro of Tom. Thank you for coming to this theater to see it. And at first, this is Tom Cruise. I just instinctively said, "Fuck you." Dad just started snickering next to me, and I went, "I'm sorry.
I'll be honest.
I don't know where that came from."
I remember back when Top Gun Maverick came out, and Tom
did the same thing.
Yeah, it did the same thing, and all the chuds, I swear to God, they were fapping off to him doing that. And I'm like, half the movies that come out do that, right? There's nothing special about this.
I think it's silly. I get why they do it, and I absolutely understand why they do it.
Oh yeah.
But to me, I laugh at it every time. I think the only time that I didn't laugh at it, that I thought it was actually hilarious, was the Spinal Tap one, because they kind of poked fun at the idea of it.
Oh yeah.
Well, why are we thanking them?
Yeah.
What movie?
But next podcast, which hopefully we can get back on a semi-regular schedule.
It's
been kind of haphazard recently, but we got Nothing But Trouble, I Drink Your Blood, and Henry, Portrait of the Serial Killer. And one of those is the Michael Rooker one, which I'm really excited to see.
Yeah,
I've definitely seen Nothing But Trouble, but it's been a while.
And I Drink Your Blood is a 70s exploitation film on the Manson murders.
Ooh.
This was shown to me by a friend years ago, and this is the same friend who first made me watch The Room and Sleepaway Camp.
Oh. That's either the best friend or the worst friend.
He is. Yeah. He's one of my best friends. Yeah.
I lean towards best, but
yeah, he's one of my best friends. Because when we watched The Room, I just kind of kept looking over and like, so he's going to start killing people, right?
You fool!
Just keep watching. I go, no. He's like, okay, yeah, is he? What?
It's like, wait, is he serious with this?
Is he fucking hurt? What? What the fuck are we watching? Yeah.
Well, as much as I enjoy The Room, those sex scenes are so fucking boring. Oh my God. Oh my, they feel so uncomfortable too.
They do.
There is no passion in that at all.
The ADR is hilarious.
Oh, dude, yeah. The amount of money thrown at that movie for that.
From Jeans, man.
True. I'm sure I brought this up before, but I will never ever get over. So I got the Blu-ray of that movie, and inside is an advertisement for Tommy Wiseau's underwear.
Yeah, I have the DVD. That came with mine too. That came with mine too. And not only did it come with it, I ordered it off the website, like the DVD off the website.
Yeah.
And it got shipped to me. And it was in like the nice protective case and everything, it was shipped to me. But there was also that same insert in that little packaging along with
hilarious.
My DVD. So
But
I can't use both the coupons.
But yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up.
Oh yes, we do, and hopefully
make sure to like and subscribe, guys.
Yes.
Always remember, subscribe to all the channels: Bobby Quarters, Organized Chaos Podcast, Organized Chaos. You know what to do. You do all that, and then you release the Epstein files, and we're having a good day.
All the stuff and things.
Yes. So party on and be excellent to each other.
Take care.